now that you've done Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1 18 times,
only twice,
and you match the your end goal of having nutted the same amount of times that there are save points for Tifa. Do you think there's going to be surprises in store for Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 in terms of what people are expecting the story to actually perform like? Because everyone knows, like Part 1 is basically, the city.
Yes.
And that's a very structured part of the game. It's very linear, it's very story based, but it kind of explodes when you get out of Midgar.
It does. So the surprises that I'm expecting, and the one surprise that I'm not expecting is I don't think it's going to be someone else getting the axe instead of Aerith. What are you laughing at, Nags?
Are you not paying attention?
We're just live streaming Jeremy getting some redhead.
Oh, got it.
He said I was getting some redhead.
You can't see my face right now.
Now her face is it's red face.
Got it.
Continue on, Ray.
So, anyways, gotta love being live with a podcast. So, anyway, what I'm trying to say is, I have a bet going on the Twitch that if it's someone else who gets the axe, particularly Tifa, if she's the one that gets the axe instead of Aerith, then I will donate a gift sub to everyone watching at that moment during that day.
So part of what I'm expecting to be kind of the twist is Yuffie, or Yuffie, however you want to say it, because she's, basically optional.
That's true.
And I don't think she's going to be optional in the remake.
No, you wouldn't record that amount of dialogue just to make her an optional character that everybody just skips over. Like, oh, who's this ninja girl? Ah, fuck her. Goodbye. See ya. No big deal.
So the story structure around Yuffie and in turn Vincent, who I don't expect to show up until part 3, because they're going to do this thing in like 18 million parts.
Yeah.
They got a cash cow. They might as well just keep cashing it.
I think it's like the third highest selling PS4 exclusive in this entire generation.
That's right. If Game Off says it one way, say it the other way. God damn, when I had him play Skies of Arcadia, and he was like, oh yeah, when you get in the ship battles in front of Volva. I was like, what?
Volva? Volva? This is the first time I've heard this story, I think. Holy shit.
I already know that. I know that's wrong already.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Volva? Is the other sides, like, is the gate, it only opens once a day, so it's like the giant chastity belt that you're finding here?
It is the key to the greatest treasure in all the land.
Let's value. I know Ray, I think, called it Valua. Which,
no, I said Valua.
But yeah, close enough to Valua. He said it like he's just a classy Frenchman. oh, you're going to Valua.
Valua, indeed. Saucy. But yes, in terms of Yuffie, I actually think that she's already been revealed in FF7 Remake. I think she's that Kyrie chick that runs around stealing shit. And she's just like a plant for the Wutai government, and they're hiding her under Shinra's nose in Midgar.
Did she say Wutai for life? Wutai clan?
If that isn't muttered in any type of these, in any iterations of the remake, I will be so disappointed of the Wutai clan. God damn it. Because they they give a shit. They have a sense of humor, so it's like I want to hear Wu-Tai Clan. If not, then I'm gonna be so disappointed.
Yeah, you're gonna get to Wu-Tai. You're gonna have to fight Don Corneo up there, and someone's gonna be like, "Oh, that old dirty bastard."
You dirty bastard! You killed my brother.
Oh, Jeremy keeps looking over like he's actually getting the Wing Wong redhead.
If she was cool, she would actually do that, but she's not. She's just messing with me.
Yeah.
She making them
They
cheeks
can
swing?
see me looking at you. And Jimmy's Tank said, "It looks like I'm going over here getting some more redhead." And I was like, "Yeah, if she was cool, I'd actually be getting some redhead." But she's not. She's just messing with me. Not fun.
She's standing over there making them cheeks sway. Welcome to the great nation of them cheeks sway.
Of them cheeks with.
You speak them cheeks sway?
Oh, let me see them cheeks sway.
Everybody, Daisy is a dumbass because she tried to make them cheeks sway on the stairs and fell.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, that's one way to make them sway. So,
She has no balance.
I mean, when you make them sway, sometimes you gotta just drop them like it's hot.
So you think Yuffie's a spy
A spy.
from Wu-Tai?
They're gonna have to reinvent her because her character is so
Bland.
Optional.
shallow. I mean, optional and just shallow. Like, has the depth of a 2-year-old's tube sock.
Pretty much. I mean, the only good thing about it was the pagoda climb and the materia stealing, and that's it.
Leviathan?
Yeah, and he's already been revealed. So
Play that game. Okay, so Final Fantasy VII was the second JRPG I ever played. First one was Final Fantasy VIII. And going from 8, where you have like a salary and no one can jack your fucking junctions and your guardian forces, I went to 7, and this bitch starts stealing my fucking shit. And I don't have any items. It got so bad. And I didn't power level anything. I didn't grind anything. I didn't have anything set up. It was just, because you could make it out of Midgar, like by the skin of your teeth, not knowing what the fuck you're doing, because the game just guides, hold your hand through it.
Pretty much.
Very short. So I got, the first time I did it, going up that whole coast up to Wu-Tai, every single time I got into a fucking random battle, I had to tent and save, and just slowly save bunker my way up, because I kept getting killed.
yeah, those enemies are hard as shit there.
Shit. Oh, and there's a jump in difficulty, especially in your first time. You play it again, it's easy as shit, because you know it's coming. But T-Bird says that he was not encouraged to get her to join. And I had the same problem. I didn't want her to join. I'm pretty sure the first at least 2 times I played the game, I never actually recruited her. One of the reasons was because Steve was like a big fan of Yuffie. He'd always, like, oh yeah, you can do the Yuffie, and then you just assign the materia like this, and then she has the limit break, and I'm like, I don't want to do anything that you just did.
No. Her level 4 is weak.
I'm just gonna, make my final team here Vincent, and I'm just gonna Satan slam everything.
Gigadunk. Dunkadunk.
Monkey dunk.
He's got the monkey dunk. Because his Gigas form looks like a monkey.
Danky dunk.
He is Frankenkong.
Frankie Kong.
So, Ray, what do you think they'll put in the next one?
I think it'll go pretty much exactly like as we would expect. I don't think it's going to be 18 million parts. I think it actually is going to be 3. But if they put things in the next one, it'll probably... The ideal way to end it is to end it when he gives the black materia to Sephiroth, because that's your Empire Strikes Back moment. You have your like feel good parts at the beginning of the movie, and everything's like all hunky dory, and then bam, darkness hits you, and then you go in the third one like, oh man, this is oh man, I don't know what I just saw. This is rough. It's just incredible. Like if they would actually end it right there, I think that's the way you do it. And we're ultimately going to know how many parts it's going to be, because Nomura has come out and said that when they do start to reveal part 2, then they're going to be able to reveal also the future. And that's also him saying, yes, it's going to be this many parts. I don't think they want to like reveal how many parts they have right now, because they don't want to break any promises and say, oh, we're going to do this, and then have it be something else, and have it be Final Fantasy 15 all over again, where there's a whole set of DLC planned for it and it all gets canceled.
It's going to be 4 parts.
You think it's 4?
Because there was supposed to be a 4th disc in the original game, and Nomura's going to want to, finish the unfinished game.
Oh god, does that mean we're going to get Red 13's brothers, Cobalt 14 and Indigo 15?
Maybe. Is that their names?
Yeah, that was their names.
I'm just hoping Genesis shows up.
They'll probably reskin him as somebody else.
I mean, he's in, obviously, Crisis Core.
Mm-hmm.
And
was he like Zack's teacher or some shit?
No. He was just a rogue soldier first class that was, wanted to be better than Sephiroth. His teacher was named Angeal. That was the other guy. And Genesis Genesis just turned on everybody.
The big 3, the top 3 first class soldiers were Genesis, Angeal, and Sephiroth. And there's a whole badass cinematic of them fighting on the Junikana Harbor.
Yeah, they pretty much destroy it.
Yeah.
Not pretty much, they do. And then all of a sudden it was just a VR simulator. They go back to the simulator room, and the whole room is just on fire. And it's just damage everywhere. And I'm like, this is so cool.
And during Cerberus at the very end, you see Angeal like take off.
Mm-hmm. But the problem is though, Genesis was modeled directly after Gact, and because of that, you don't see Dirge of Cerberus or Crisis Core available on any modern platform, like any PSN or just be able to be restreamed on the Vita or anything like that. And I think the problem with that is licensing. And so they might actually just animate him to be looking like somebody else. Yeah, you reskin him, that's what I said. Just reskin him for a remake and just make him look different.
He's not that well known, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think people that are fans of it that want to see him come back would be happy to just see his name,
Yeah. And then just have the red coat and the red hair, and then turns around, just his face is different. I'm like, oh, they just made him look a lot different now, and just go with that, and have him have a different voice.
Change his nose up, change his jawline. He could still be recognizable to his original look, because it wasn't that high def.
Yeah, exactly.
PS2,
PSP. Even worse.
Well, I meant Dirge of Cerberus.
Yeah, Dirge of Cerberus, though, I think they actually really used like his real life model, and they just green screened him.
T-Bird, well, you got farther than I did, so I'll give you that credit.
Yeah, you got a little bit further than I. No, I beat the game, and then I went back and beat some of the dungeons, and that was it. I haven't played any of the DLC.
Me and Iggy, we did the Pythias dungeon, the one where it's like becomes a platformer and turns into a Castlevania type game. Like, this is so freaking trippy and so much different from the rest of the game. Like, what the hell?
If I didn't spend as much time as I did just driving everywhere, and like, I might have actually beat that game. But like, anytime I could just auto teleport or auto drive somewhere, I didn't do it.
No, you just drove.
I just drove the whole map. Like,
Laid back.
I would like to revisit that game just to see what they've done to it with the Royal Edition, because now you can control each character individually, and they've added some more like content to it, and plus the other DLCs that I've yet to play. I've yet to play the Ignis one and the Arden one that they released. So that's one. Those are two that I have to play, and then just seeing all the changes they made with the Royal Edition, I'm curious about it. Wouldn't mind checking it out. Might even play it on Windows.
Windows.
Whoa. Well, you know what I hope happens?
Windows cheeks gonna sway.
He just muted himself. He
I
just
know
muted
why.
himself.
Why did he mute himself? He's going into detail about something right now. I don't know what the hell he's saying.
Nope, nobody does because he muted himself. We didn't hear a word you said, Nags.
You did.
You're good. I think you're good. I heard you now.
It looks
Can you hear
very
me?
passionate.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. And you went on a real passionate rant. We got to hear it again.
I said, here's what I want. I accidentally hit the button. My bad.
Hit the button. No.
Move that up. Here's what I want when it happens. I want when the live stream happens, and you know it's gonna fucking happen. Cloud's gonna go into it, and I swear to God, he better be talking to Ramza on the other side of that fucking live stream, because you know that's where he went, because it's fucking canon, and don't tell me it's not.
Yes. You just made my eyes perk way up. Like, that would be awesome.
You hear me? You hear me? You Square Enix bastards! You better put the best character in all the Final Fantasy games into their best Final Fantasy game.
Kimari?
Delita?
No, it's Thunder God Sid.
Kimari literally tells the protagonist of his game to sit down, shut up, and wait.
Yes, he does.
It's Thunder
Then
God Sid.
someone calls him hornless, and he fucking shoryukens them.
Yes, he does.
Kamari's already the best character.
I also like when he
Personal
posts up to
favorite character.
the Donna summoner, her bodyguard. I think his name's Bartello or something like that. He's like all this big muscly man, and he's like introduces himself, and Kamari just walks up and goes, "What?"
And he's bigger than him, too.
Yes, he is. Like Kamari just instantly just wanted to flex.
What happens? Okay, so if Cloud goes into the live stream and he sees Ramza, and that's not something I would know because I never made it past the second mission of Final Fantasy Tactics. I played the living hell out of Tactics Advanced, so I'm the opposite of Jeremy.
Snowball fight.
Mhm.
I have 100, 200 hours in that because I had like the extended life battery on my Game Boy Advance, and it was just I got 3 days of battery power on this bad boy.
All 300
Nice.
missions. All 300 missions.
But if that's where he is canonically, when he kind of like goes skinny dipping in the live stream,
Which would be really fun if he actually did skinny dip.
That would be amazing.
then why does he come back looking like one flew over the cuckoo's nest? What happens over in Ivalice that he comes back like I like, and there's a word I want to use that I don't want to use. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not an ortard.
Not an
That's a good way
artard.
to say it.
Yeah, that works.
Well, if you don't know the story,
So
all he did was-
your perspective is he goes to Ivalice and he meets Ramza. What the hell happens there? That he goes back and he's got the mental capacity of an easy bake oven.
well, he does. I guess this would count to fuck somebody in the brain up a little bit. He goes and he finds a girl that looks exactly like Aerith, and he all gets all cuckoo. One flew over the cuckoo's nest.
He's
But then he joins the
caca.
team, and everything's fine.
Yeah.
So, and there's no other story about it. That's all. that happens.
He finds a sword on top of a volcano.
That's optional.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
He's just a cool cameo that they put in there, but I would like them to make it canon in the remake where it's like, because in FF7, when he is Cuckoo and Kaka for Cocoa Puffs, and he's in the wheelchair, he does mention Xenogears. Like, they put that in there to tease one of their next games that they're working on. I was like, ooh, that's funny. But I didn't know that until afterwards. Because I was like, what the hell's he saying, Xenogears? What the fuck is that?
Does he come back from Ivalice thinking he can only move in squares?
Yes. His move is only 5. God, that sucks.
His move is for me is normally 4-3, so he can only go up 4 and over 3. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's in AutoCAD and he's in Ortho or in AutoSprint and he's someone's holding a shift key on his brain. He's just
zip, zip, zip.
I can only go X and Y, baby.
That's all you get from me.
1X, 1Y.
And if that Z is more than 1, then I can't jump it. I got to go around. What do you think I am? Some kind of dragoon?
A lancer, if you would. My name Kane? Wait, I thought you were High Wind, Sid. I'm the High Wind now, bitch.
I mean, if that actually did happen, it would be a cool way to connect at least a couple of the games together.
Yeah, because they've already done it with 7 and 10 too. Because if you look at like that Shinra diorama in that museum that they put like a memorial to President Shinra in the remake, you go into the office where they show like the picture of the founding fathers of Shinra, and then there's that dude with the mask that was in Final Fantasy X too. If anybody can remember, the character's name was actually Shinra. And he talks about harvesting the far plane for energy as like a source, but he says, I wouldn't be able to do that for many years. So 10-2 or 10 and 7 take place in the same universe, but different planets, obviously.
Well, so do 1 and 9.
That they do. Who knows, maybe 1, 9, and 16 when that comes out, because, damn, that was...
And then Tactics in 12.
Oh, yeah, Tactics 12, Tactics Advance, Vagrant Story with Ashley Riot's ass, who you saw a lot of in that game. Vagrant Story...
It's too much dude butt for me.
Yeah.
Vagrant Story... People love that game, and I couldn't fucking play it for more than 5 minutes.
I don't know how Ray got me to play it for a whole stream.
Yeah, it was... it's an acquired taste, but it's quite the dungeon crawler that you go down to. Just keep finding and customize weapons. It was fun for its time. You had to have played it at the time, because the way that the game is aged, it's kind of weird, but you had to have played it at the time to do it. But if you didn't... If you did... Yeah, if you didn't, you missed it. Meow.
Meow.
Yeah, I think I'm coming over Wednesday for some Dark Cloud. That needs to happen again.
As you start getting these like really good weapons and the weapon tree unlocks and like upgrading them, and you got your towns outfitted and your stores and all that stuff, it gets so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's already starting to get better. Because now I can buy all the weapon repair I need. I don't have to keep going back out.
Yeah, you don't have to keep going to the fucking the mayor, and he's like, "You got a shop now. I ain't helping you forever, bitch."
Yeah, I mean, think of it in terms of like Diablo 2. You know, Diablo 2, you show up, you got a fucking piece of wood strapped to your arm, and you got a stick in your hand, and they say, "Hello, Paladin. By the way, there's a den of evil nearby," and you go and you kill like 5 things, and you barely survive, and you come back.
You might have
buy
gained
one potion.
You might have gained a level if you were lucky.
And you just keep doing that till you build up enough like potions and gold to not be a bitch. That's basically it.
Pulled it pop. That's what she said. That's a household name.
Pulled it pop.
Like when T-Bird and I played that. I said I put all my skill points into Pimp Hand.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was hard for me to go back to. I wasn't I don't know. I was never that hardcore into it. I had like some like LAN party sessions with it, where I had friends over. They'd bring the computer. We'd all just hook up into my router, and we'd all just same network, play some Diablo 2 for 12 hours, and then I wouldn't touch it for a few months.
Speaking of bitch slap, you gotta check out that link I just sent you. There's this Twitter account called @That'sOurMongo, as in Steve Mongo McMichael from WCW days, and he has gold on that Twitter account, and it's shared daily. I sent this to Iggy, and he was just cracking up laughing at it. We were talking about like bitch slapping and everything like that. This involves Ernest the Cat Miller, if anybody remembers him.
Of course. He had presence in both WCW and WWE.
Yes, he did. Didn't really get over in WWE, but I wish he did, because he was amazing. And he was also the antagonist in The Wrestler with was it Mickey Rourke?
Yes.
Yeah. He was Mickey Rourke's rival in that.
That's our Mongo. Oh man.
Whoa.
So with so bank on 4 parts Final Fantasy 7. That's
all right.
Just that's the way I see it. They'll bank at 4 parts.
So
they'll say we're going to try to do it in 3, a beginning, middle, and end, but then they're going to come out and say there was just so much we wanted to put in, we're going to make it 4.
Yeah, that could be a realistic scenario. So 3 is the optimal one, but 4 is good. Somebody doing the dishes?
Yeah, she's getting ice.
I got it.
It's okay.
Oh, you're in the living room. Okay, I thought you were in the stream room.
But you can put the ice in his pants.
Nice.
And just
Look how all 3 of us did it at the same time. That was amazing.
Meow.
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 That was the most
Meow.
amazing thing ever.
I don't know what he wants. I'm sorry.
Are you flexing right now? Holy shit! But they're going to make bank. We knew they were going to make bank. We called they were going to make bank when they announced this. When we did our E3 2015, and we talked about the guy riding the Buster Sword as
As a surfboard.
They need this.
Oh shit! They need this.
In case of emergency break glass, Final Fantasy 7 remake. All of a sudden, Square's the talk of the fucking town again.
They pushed the button.
When we were talking about it. They were, they hadn't done shit. And the same thing with Capcom. So really, all these Japanese companies are kind of having a bit of a renaissance lately.
I like it.
Because 5 years ago, they were fading.
Yeah.
They were fading bad.
Not 5 years ago, 10 years ago, they were fading. They've been fading for a good, like... But they were fading for like a good, like, from like 2010 to like 2015, and all of a sudden, like, PS4, like, at the end of basically the PS3, Xbox 360 generation, they started to have a little bit of a resurgence, and then I think in 2015 they finally said, yeah, we suck. Keiji Inafune's right. We're at least 5 years behind the rest of the world, so let's fix that.
I mean, just look at the state of Capcom fighting games.
Yeah. Could be on the rebound.
Could be in the rebound with the change in who's heading it and all that stuff.
Yeah, but Season 6 of Street Fighter V, man, they're spreading that out like crazy all the way until like next fall for until you get that Rival Schools character.
Oh, well, you know why they're doing that.
Because they're stalling for time for Street Fighter 6 because they had a problem with Street Fighter 6's development. They had to like basically scrap it and restart it again. So they're doing that. It's like, let's do another season of Street Fighter 5 and spread it out as much as possible until then. And then COVID hit, so that ultimately all that fucked everything up.
Didn't stop Minecraft Steve.
No Minecraft. Well, it delayed Minecraft Steve. It did delay Minecraft Steve because Sakurai did come out and say that he wanted to reveal all the characters for Smash Brothers at this moment, but then COVID-19 was affecting development for each character.
Mm.
That was an actual quote from Sakurai. So, yeah, but Minecraft Steve, that was an announcement out of left field. A very welcome one, though.
I start fucking cracking up. If you saw like Max's coverage of everyone being mad about Steve, and he's like, everyone's mad because it's not the character that they want, like that they personally want. It's not Gino, and he straight up, that's the first person he says is Gino. It's not Gino, but he's like, but there
At
are
least he understands me.
Yes, he does.
millions upon millions of people that grew up with Minecraft, and this is a big deal to them, and he's happy for them. And it's better for the game.
It is.
That doesn't mean Gino's not coming. That just means that we have Minecraft Steve now, who fucking just eats meat while people explode, and that's pretty funny.
It's amazing. Yes, it's amazing too, because Minecraft is one of the best-selling video games of all time, and even like the developer Mojang was just like, we made Smash Brothers? Holy shit, this is awesome. So while there is people like that are upset, there are more people that are happy, and there are even more people that are happy that it wasn't another Fire Emblem character.
Definitely happy about that.
Yes.
Because I swear to God, they put one more Fire Emblem character in the goddamn game.
You know the Black Knight's coming. The Black Knight is definitely coming from Fire Emblem Awakening.
It better not come before Funky Kong.
No.
Funky Kong would be great.
Fucking bandana and shades and dropping bows.
I'm still holding out for Cecil or Sabin.
You're going to be holding for a while.
Yeah, I know.
Probably the rest of your life.
Probably. I wouldn't say holding out.
There's so much more high-profile characters than Cecil and Sabin.
I'm just talking about like for like traditional like Nintendo, like for stuff like that. Maybe even.
Yeah, well, clearly they're going with flagships right now.
Yeah.
So now it's just everyone's invited to the party. You know, we got this crazy ass game that we've managed to get the rights to all these people that never in a million years should be fighting each other. Bayonetta versus Terry Bogard versus Cloud versus Solid Snake. It's ridiculous.
Oh man, that means Sam Fisher could be on the table from Splinter Cell.
All right. Sam Fisher, well, Master Chief would be the bigger one.
Agent 47 from Hitman.
But now realize that, you know, Microsoft owns Bethesda, so Doomguy instantly becomes on the table.
Yeah.
Doomguy, Skyrim guy. Is this
Skyrim guy.
Skyrim
There's no Skyrim guy. It's Dragonborn.
Dragonborn, yes, the Dragonborn comes.
That's like the idea of who you are in Skyrim, but I mean, since it's a completely custom character, there's no like look to it.
They do have a default look.
Yeah. Plus, they did put the Fallout costume in a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
The Mii costume.
Vault Boy?
Yes, which is a hilarious Mii costume.
It fits.
You don't have.
That I don't have. Because I completely forgot about it until now.
I also have Cuphead.
Yeah, I forgot about them too.
Cuphead and his pal Mugman.
I still want Pooh.
Yeah. I mean, they already put Ness and Lucas in there, so why not?
Because they're going to be like, what's Pooh? Like, holy shit, there's a Pooh character? Or then they troll everybody, it's Pooh, though it's spelled with an H, and it's a yellow bear that likes honey.
They should put in Jago from Killer Instinct.
A Killer Instinct character would be nice.
That would be great representation for especially Super Nintendo game. Let me see.
Well, now, since they're doing more
And
They're doing more Microsoft stuff.
Spencer's always down.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing more Microsoft stuff. They can put the Battletoads back in where they belong.
Oh god, Double Dragon too, like Bimmy and Jimmy.
Bimmy and Jimmy. Double Dragon.
What about a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
I think it'd be hard. I think you have to have like comic connections. But this is like a who's who of video gamescape, and they're more known for TV and comics, which is why they got into Injustice.
Yeah, they're already over. I don't think they'd bring them over.
Understandable.
To Smash.
Understandable, because I do know Turtles is synonymous with Nintendo as well, at least the first 3 games, especially the arcade game.
They pretty much hit the mascots or like a super noble character for almost every major Japanese company. I mean, you got Platinum and Bayonetta, Richter and Simon for Konami.
Solid Snake for Konami.
Damn near killed her.
Yeah, Ryu and Ken, Capcom.
Mega Man, Capcom.
Terry and SNK. Like, you don't got a lot you're missing here. Cloud and Square.
Banjo, Rare.
Yeah, well, that's Microsoft again. Phil Spencer is all about like you don't give a shit about console wars. So everybody has everything because he knows everyone's going to buy it.
You just get in my game.
And I'll be like, here, just give me some royalties for it, and fuck yeah, you use our character. It's just free money. We'll take it.
We're not using them. Damn near killed them.
Hell, Capcom gave Akuma to fucking Tekken, and they were just like, okay, you can do whatever you want with Akuma. So we can make him look absolutely ridiculous and have like a shower curtain above him or like a shower head and make him in a Kadama where he's pretty much showing nothing but his grundle.
Yep.
Yummy.
I mean, who else is there out there? Not really a lot. I mean, Dante, but that's Capcom again.
Mm-hmm.
FromSoft is a big one lately. So that would be Dark Souls. Or, God forbid,
A Bloodborne Hunter.
A Bloodborne Hunter. Max would literally, like, blast off his fucking chair.
He'd blast off into space. It would be spinning up in the air, but it would be like, oh, it's a chair spin, but it's a different type of chair spin because he's blasting off into space.
Oh yeah, because it's like, I mean, you think about it. There's only so many like big major companies in Japan that have big footprints on the industry that don't have characters in Smash right now, and it's basically what ArcSys, FromSoft.
Does Bandai Namco have a few? Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Well, Pac-Man and, fucking Bandai Namco is basically co-making Smash. Like,
Yeah.
That's true.
So he wasn't hard to get.
Yeah. So they got Pac-Man, the mascot of Bandai Namco. And I think they got a shit ton of Bandai Namco assist trophies, too.
I think you're right.
But who the fuck else is in Bandai Namco? Like,
Jin Kazuma from Tekken.
Yeah.
Mitsurugi from Soul Calibur.
Mitsurugi's not the mascot for that. Killick is. Killick or Siegfried.
Siegfried / Nightmare. Okay, Siegfried / Nightmare. That's what I was kind of thinking of. But then, for some odd reason, Mitsurugi came up. The name is Mitsurugi. Remember it. No use.
No use. Got you.
Or you just go with Link. Yep.
Yep.
I mean, they could throw us a curveball and really give us Soul Calibur representation in Smash by using Voldo.
Oh god.
They're gonna put that guy in there? I don't think so.
They just gotta cut out the hip thrusting.
Of all the characters in Soul Calibur, that would fit the dynamic of Smash, though, it would have to be Cervantes.
Yeah. Him and King K. Rool could have parties.
Anyone else in Soul Calibur, you knock them off, like, if you're thinking normally, you knock them off that platform and they just fall to their death. Like, they slide to ring out. Cervantes is flying around and teleporting and shit.
And he's like a ghost pirate. There you go.
Thousands of years, your pain.
You guys give up? Or you had enough pain? Never! Slides off the screen. Oh my god, what if they put in Kevin McAllister in the Smash Brothers?
Oh my god. That'd be incredible. I already have enough problem with them. Like, there's so many of my favorite characters that exist in that game right now. All right. Now they have two Belmonts. Neither of them are my favorite Belmont, but still two Belmonts. So
Richter, damn near killed her.
We said that all day yesterday.
Richter, damn near killed her.
Then you got Dinky Kang Kangaswang. Terry Bogard shows up out of fucking nowhere. It's like, god damn. Yeah, Ryu and Ken. Mainly Ken. I was always a Ken Masters fan.
Mm-hmm.
It's just... You fucking put Ridley in. It's crazy. You know, you put Kevin McAllister in there. Oh, Banjo. God,
can't forget about him.
No, you definitely can't forget about Banjo-Kazooie, but man, Kevin McAllister setting traps and paint buckets and stuff like that, and all the weird bullshit that he can do, and throwing marbles out. God, that would be amazing.
That's one thing I am good at that game, is the setting of traps. Good luck trying to know where I put those little mines when I'm playing Snake.
And they are so tight.
I'll keep fighting while I track where that thing is, and I'll just wait for the moment. Oh, you're going to wait right there and try to hit me off as I'm coming back? Boop.
Bye.
Got me half the time because I couldn't see the fucking thing.
Well, that's the point. They're supposed to be really hard to see.
Even with my supervision.
I mean, if I don't track where I put it and I just start throwing them out randomly, then I get into chaos. I'm not going to fucking remember where it is.
Nope.
I'll just end up blowing it up and, pool and pray.
The chat, the cow, meow. Gonna go shut the fuck up.
Meow.
I told you there's a fucking slingshot in Dark Cloud. It's called the Super Steve. And it talks to you.
The Super Steve slingshot, and it talks to you. I remember it.
Well, we got meow, and we have a slingshot, so hopefully.
Yeah, it's one of the upgrade paths for your slingshot. We'll take you to Super Steve.
Go for it. We have to unlock the Super Steve. That is the goal for PS2 Autumn.
Okay.
And that's what we doing. And nothing else. Period.
No, just Dark Cloud?
No. Just many, many things. But even then, that's our progress in Dark Cloud, is to unlock the Super Steve. That is our goal. Our main goal. It cannot be complete until that happens.
I'm going to try and beat the end boss with the...
Super Steve. You can do that. I think there are playthroughs where you can beat the Dark Genie with a fucking Super Steve.
I'm going to hit that fat Majin Buu right in the...
Right in the boo. Right in the boo. Right in the boo-hoo-hoo.
I gotta tell you, when I first got Dark Cloud and then plugged it in and turned it on, and I saw who the bad guy was in the opening, I was like, man, I just fucking waste $60. The fuck is it? But God, I was 17 or 18, time in my hands, whatever, just keep fucking playing it. I got more time than I got money. Next thing you know, it's a hit. I'm playing it, Steve's playing it, my friend Josh is playing it, everyone's just playing the shit out of it. I was like, oh, I almost stopped playing this fucking thing because stupid fat boo. Where I was leading to with the comment about the four Final Fantasies and then the four Final Fantasy 7 remake parts and then kind of the renaissance of the Japanese companies and them having all that success from it. And what's one thing like all video game companies do, but Japanese companies especially do? And that is fucking milk the cow.
They do.
Like, if they found something that works, you bet your ass more's coming. Like, and they don't like switching from that when they think they have something that works. That was part of what bit them in the ass. They didn't want to switch the formula up, and that's why they were behind everyone. So now they got this formula. Oh, Final Fantasy 7 remake. So, like, say they wrap up 7, where do they go from there?
Hopefully, if 16's trailer is any indication of the future, it's up, because that's ultimately what they did on PlayStation, is that they had your mainline Final Fantasies, but they padded it with other games that were actually really, really good and really, really experimental, and all of a sudden, they had a golden age on PlayStation, and I hope that we get like a return for that, where you get like the mainline games that attract attention in the company, and then all of a sudden like, oh, here's this really experimental game, and it's actually really good. Here's a Parasite Eve. Here's a Xenogears. Here's a FF Tactics. Here's a bunch of other things that go around.
You're never going to see PS1 era experimentalism again because the games were so much cheaper to make.
Yeah, they were, but I'm just saying, just like smaller titles around the clock that they can pepper in. Like you get a Nier Automata that was really, really good, or you get what else? I mean, that Square made that was actually decent, other than Nier Automata. The Mana games that they remade. Secret of Mana, not so much, but the third one that they did, Trials of Mana, that one was really good.
What's a Mana?
What's a Mana with you?
I don't know. What's a Mana with you?
Yes, a resurgence in the Japanese gaming industry is exactly what the doctor ordered, and it makes me more excited for next generation than I was for PS4 generation, because PS4 generation was just, the lead into it was just booty, just all around booty. I mean, the whole war on making sure that everything was always online. You got the used games and the online pass, and then just companies folding, and then it just seems like everybody was milking the mobile dollar and just like, what the hell are happening to console games? And then PS4 happened, and it was like, oh, it was fine. It's good. Nice. I dig it.
It became fine.
It did.
Yeah.
No generation launch is fine. I mean, I was looking at some of like the launch titles for like the original PS1. Did you know Street Fighter, the movie, the game, was a launch title for the original PlayStation?
Yeah, that game is incredible.
Yeah, I know. It's just...
Wait a minute. N64 launched with Mario 64. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
And N64's launch was historic. It was insane. It launched with Mario 64, Wave Race 64, Pilot Wings. Like, this thing, it just fucking dominated. I mean, that's how the Nintendo 64 kid fucking came out.
And then a month later, Zelda was already out.
It's a Nintendo 64!
I think.
Zelda...
No, it was November.
Oots came out in 98, so I remember that being a 98 thing, but in terms of, okay, it's not a common occurrence where a launch of a console is actually legendary. 64 is the exception. Basically, that's what I'm getting at.
Well, Nintendo has a history of good launches.
Mm-hmm. They also have a history
GameCube launched Smash Melee. You couldn't find a fucking GameCube anywhere.
No.
We went to 3 stores and found one at Toys R Us at midnight.
It
Yes.
didn't launch with the GameCube. It was like a month later. That's the one I'm thinking of. It was like a month later. Because the only thing that was out was Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, that was the only thing that was out for that.
I think they also had like Madden 2002 was a launch title for it as well.
Yeah, something stupid.
Some stupid sports games, ports, and everything that they had. Yeah, GameCube had a really... But the 64 launch, like I said, that's the exception. Every other launch of games are just like, ugh. Well, I'll give you a couple years and see if you can figure it out. And they eventually do figure it out. It's video game history 101.
Yeah, 100%. If you got all those games, and if you were the guy who didn't get Mario 64, you lost. Absolutely. Mario 64 was the fucking bee's knees, man. You were the cool kid on the block if you had fucking Mario 64. That was the first one, right? That was the first one. Then the next one you were the cool kid to have, Ocarina of Time. The next one you were the cool kid to have, GoldenEye.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one, Superman 64.
No.
That never came up. Although I watched someone try to play Castlevania 64, and if you want to see a hilarious playthrough, Max's Castlevania 64 playthrough is actually stupidly funny.
I'll have to check it out next time I have a workday by myself.
Because that game sucks too.
Yes, it does.
Both of them. There's
It's
two
stupidly hard. It's not. It's actually. It's a weird game that's aged better than it was received. Because then, like, hard games in 3D, like, semi-open worlds have become a thing with Dark Souls. So there's almost like a Souls-like quality to the 64 Castlevania. So people like it now. It has its problems, but there are people who are, like, really fucking fond of it. Now, there's only two games I know that aged better than they were received, and that's that one and Final Fantasy 12.
Final Fantasy 12! Especially now you can play it remastered with the International Zodiac job system.
But, I mean, when it came out and the idea of only controlling the lead character or one character at a time, and then like presets for the AI to tell your guys how to act when you weren't controlling them was like no other games had that. You're just like, what the fuck? I press attack until it comes up limit break, and then I press braver or Clim Hazard. What is this shit?
What the fuck's a Clim Hazard?
Games like Dragon Age came out and basically did that same exact system, except not as deep as Final Fantasy 12 did.
No, not at all. And yes, TL Bird, I'm playing Onimusha, and that's also Souls-like, and we mentioned that earlier on the stream, which we've been going for. I gotta tell you, Nags, mission accomplished on this laptop, by the way. 1 hour and 13 minutes, and it's still the same temperature in the studio as I started.
Nice.
Yeah, so no more burning up in here.
So I was looking it up just for shits and giggles. Luigi's Mansion, Wave Race, Super Monkey Ball, and Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2.
That's a hell of a launch.
That is a good launch. Like I said, Nintendo is the exception.
Like, all I know is that when Smash came out, you could not find a fucking GameCube.
No.
Nope.
And it was super early in like GameCube had just
it was like
come
at
out.
least it was like a month and a half, because I remember. Because I got the GameCube on launch day. I had to get up at like 4:00 to get one at Walmart.
I had to get Luigi.
No, I knew that Smash was coming out sooner, and I wanted to make sure I had my cube ready.
Oh yeah, we went out. It was me and Brennan and Thick Chicken went out and bought it. Well, I bought it. They watched me buy it, and just play the living hell out of Melee that night. And then because the characters got unlocked based on your time played and or matches played.
Yep.
So to speed it up, when we realized we had to go to sleep, we just put it on computers fighting each other for fucking 8 hours. Just
I did
left
the
it
same
on all
thing.
night.
Did the same thing.
Wake up, and then you just go into matches, and every freaking match you had another new challenger. A new challenger.
Here comes a new challenger. I am so glad this has been working pretty good. I mean, we had some audio issues at first, but I've got them like pretty much worked out where everybody's now in sync and everybody's balanced out. This has been a hell of a first Sleepy Bears and Chairs. I mean, can't wait till we actually in here in person, because I got the third microphone over there. It's just on a mic stand, so this can be done. Just somebody's got to bring their own chair.
Oh, over there.
Oh, over there. When the Saints go over there. Oh, by the way, Nags, that was another one too. You don't win friends with COVID. You don't win friends with COVID. That was the other one that you had an idea for. I'm remembering all of them, so it's all good. Just got to put them down into the old Hit Film Express and pipe it up on the YouTubes.
Pretty sure Jim Carrey had a movie about COVID. It's called The Mask.
That's smoking. They call me Ruma Beats. I'm the king of the rumba beats. I go chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom. I think I know that movie way too well. Doyle.
I got Ellie headbangs to Smell of the Game, and she sings parts of the lyrics.
Nice.
Song for Guilty Gear Strive. She'll say blazing when it's like, my heart is blazing. And then we wait for it, and she does the drums, and she just...
That's cute. That's amazing. Turning her into a real young Sleepy Bear.
They call me Cuban
loves
Pete.
Banjo. That's her first favorite game, Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, Bear Game? Bear Game? I started playing Squadrons today, too. And I showed her, like, Vader came up at the very beginning of the story mode, and she was like, Star Wars? I'm like, yep.
Yep. She gets it. She gets it. She right.
Oh, man.
Y'all ready to put the kibosh on the very first Sleepy Bear and Chairs? I think it's been quite a success.
Yeah. We should, we'll go back and timestamp it in the description for things we talked about, right? So people can just
go right to it.
Let's talk about Final Fantasy. Let's talk about Japanese companies, blah, blah, blah.
I'm talking about Terry Bogard, talking about Danky Kang and your Spanky Kang.
Talking about shit battles in Volta.
Amazing.
Volta.
Did you just say Spanky Kane?
I did say Spanky Kang.
The fucking little rascal.
You just wait. I'm gonna spank you Kang after this.
Wax on, wax off. Yeah, go wax off.